Hello everyone, it's Emaphant here, and I'm back with a brand new speed build. So today we are building off of something that I found on Pinterest that I will actually pop up for you guys on screen in just a moment if you want to see what I'm referencing. We're doing another very modern home with a lot of concrete and a lot of wood. I'm kind of on a concrete and wood kick right now, I'm pretty sure. But I was also experimenting with a couple different architectural pieces. Like we got this kind of sloped driveway here using a roof piece to do that. So since we still don't have cars in The Sims 4, I'm kind of playing with that and having this carport area, driveway area. But obviously, like, it is just a roof piece that I'm using it with, and a toy car. I'm sure you guys have seen people do that before. But yeah. So otherwise, this house is very clean cut. Definitely a lot of concrete, a lot of kind of harsh lines, but I think that it's softened nicely with the furniture on the inside, as well as some of this wood that I have that you can see on the outside right now. I'll get some more of that on the inside to kind of bring up some more liveliness or nature pieces on the interior, because we also do use concrete walls on almost all of the interior. It's not wood walls in this house, so I wanted to kind of have that mix of textures between the concrete and the wood, and I also added a lot of glass. So as you guys saw, like, the front of the house is almost all concrete, the back of the house is all glass or almost all glass wall. So I thought that was a really nice kind of mix of like soft and airy light areas with the kind of harshness or harshness of the concrete, that it's very almost stern, I feel like. But yeah, I thought it was a good mix. My computer's been pretty funky lately, so I built this house about 4 times. So if it seems like I'm going really quick and making decisions super quickly, it's because I've already built this house 4 times and I'm having to redo it. But I like the house and I thought it was worth redoing. So helpful tip also, if you guys saw what I was doing with the ivy just there, I wanted to place it on the foundation as well as the wall. If you guys are ever having that happen and it like jumps up to the wall and doesn't go across the foundation, just delete the wall that you have in front of it, place it on the foundation, and then rebuild that wall, and then don't move the ivy at all, and it will actually stay on ground level and be on the floor. So if you guys ever run into that problem, I feel like I often want ivy to be growing up my whole wall, but I like to use foundation, so then it like hovers weirdly in midair. So that's how you get around that little problem. Yeah, so floor plan is coming together really quickly here. Like I said, this is not something that I'm just doing now. I've really already decided on the floor plan before I started recording because I had to do this so many times. But yeah, I mean, pretty simple floor plan. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. I want to say it's 3 bathrooms. Big living room space. We do get a little home office area. And yeah, just the other basics, you know? So working on some landscaping here. This is staying pretty true to the picture that I had popped up for you guys, that we have some ferns in the front. I wanted to mix a lot of that concrete and green spaces and bring that all together to have just a really cool difference of colors within that space. So that's what I was going for there. We're getting a couple pieces of furniture now in here to make sure I like how the floor plan is, make sure I have enough space. We do end up changing quite a bit of that dining room area, but this kitchen's pretty much coming together. We stay with these countertops and just move the stove around a little bit and figure out how I want that to be. But yeah, this kitchen's massive as well. Like, it's such a big kitchen. I think that this kitchen would be amazing to have in real life. But if you had to clean all of that, like, can you imagine trying to clean every single one of those counters? I can't even keep my own kitchen clean, let alone a kitchen that big. So it's beautiful, but maybe a little bit impractical. Other tip that I just wanted to mention that you guys can see me doing here, I'm placing walls in kind of a funky space because I want those floor trims, or like, floor trims, I guess is the best way to describe them, to only be on certain parts of the roof line or the floor line. So if you put walls kind of around that space, put on the floor trim and then delete the walls with a sledgehammer, not by just deleting the walls. If you know how you like right click, or I forget if it's right click or double click, one of those things. But you actually have to use the sledgehammer to delete the walls, and then it'll hold your floor trim only on certain parts of the floor. So that's another little helpful tip there that I like to do a lot, because oftentimes I'll have like mixed textures or mixed wallpapers on the exterior of my house, and I want the floor trims to match those exteriors. So that's the way that I do that, is I just put walls around it and put on the floor trim. So yeah, just kind of finishing up the main aspects of the landscaping here. We get some rocks to cover up the foundation here because I didn't want to like notice the foundation in this build. I kind of just wanted it to be like an afterthought, but I feel like it's difficult to do that in The Sims. So I'm doing the best I can with these rocks, and you saw the ferns that I put out in front as well. That kind of thing. And I guess the ivy in the back is doing the same thing, kind of covering that up a little bit. But yeah, I wish we had better options for foundations. I feel like all of our foundations aren't really the nicest, but I also feel like most people don't care, but I care. I like good foundations. Foundations and roofs are the things that are bothering me right now, that I feel like none of the options are that great. Like, I feel like they're pretty boring and not very attractive. So I'm pretty sure that's something that only a handful of people care about in The Sims, so I doubt that we'll get anything different anytime soon, but it does bother me, so there. Yeah. Anyway, we are working on the lounge room, living room space now. This is a really different, so I feel like this is a really different living room space for me. It ends up being like super, super symmetrical, which is not something that I would usually do, and we get a lot of pieces of like, I mean, obviously these couches are from Vintage Glamour stuff. We get like a grand piano in here. I guess like a lot of very traditional and or old-fashioned pieces next to like these really modern coffee table glass things. And the fireplace and the bookshelves in here are pretty modern as well. So I really, in this house, kind of wanted to mix that old-fashioned or vintage furniture type of thing, maybe antique furniture, with some really, really modern spaces, like with just like the bare concrete walls that are a little bit harsh, but I think in a really attractive way. So I really do like how this living room came together. I mean, I think the paintings also, this is kind of a weird thing, but I feel like the paintings just fit so perfectly where they're placed. I feel like often I just kind of like shove paintings to make the walls feel more full, but I feel like this room, like everything truly feels like it's in its spot and its home, like it belongs there. And I don't know, I feel like I don't usually get that vibe in living rooms that I'm making. I feel like I'm just like putting things places and trying to get all of the gameplay items in that space. So I was really happy with how this room felt, that it truly felt like everything belonged where I was putting it. I didn't just like stuff it in a place. So trying to get a bunch of clutter up on these bookshelves here. I wish that we had more slots on these bookshelves. I don't understand why so many things don't fit on those like smallest slots. So if you guys see these, like I have 7 of the same plant on these bookshelves right now, well, that's why, because I need to fill up the slots to place something else there in Move Objects. But yeah, just, I don't know. I don't understand why these slots work the way they do. Like, come on, Sims, like, give us more freedom. Just that's all I want. Give us more freedom. But we're pretty much wrapping up the living room here. Lots of browns and blacks, kind of mixing those two almost clashing colors, I feel like. So that was something else that I was really trying to figure out how to blend those two as like almost contradictory colors. But I think it came together nicely. I do really like that living room. I think that's one of my favorite living rooms that I built lately. Getting some more touches on the kitchen/dining room space here. I liked this really bright rug that I have under the dining room table right now, but it really bothered me how I couldn't make this dining set fit almost in that nook area. So we end up going with a slightly smaller rug. And I also put in some asymmetrical art up on this wall to kind of hide the fact that this isn't truly symmetrical. It's not truly like in that little nook. So I don't know. I think it works in the end, but it did bother me that I couldn't like make it fit perfectly. And I also ended up having to stick that bathroom door, that's going to be a bathroom, in such an awkward little corner. It's so weird. And I know it's so weird, but I didn't want to like block the space to the dining room table or like have a door going into the dining room table. So I know it's super awkward, but it is what it is, and it's playable. So like, that's good, I guess. Trying to add some more lighting in here because I did feel like this kitchen was fairly dark considering how many windows we have. Oh, you know what? Oh, shoot. In retrospect, I was going to actually put some windows behind the sink and like along that wall, and I didn't do that, and I kind of wish I had. So if you guys want to download this house, one, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery under my origin idea Emaphant. I forgot what the Sims 4 gallery was called for a second. But two, I would actually strongly recommend putting some really small windows behind the sink across that wall, because that's what I wanted to do, and then I didn't do it. So yeah, anyway, getting some clutter in on this kitchen, just really getting some stuff to make it feel lived in. Like, we have so much counter space that it's honestly like slightly overwhelming to try to decorate / clutter up this type of kitchen in a way that seems reasonable. Because I don't just want to like throw objects all over the counters, because that looks really dumb. I mean, I do that at the beginning, like you guys saw, just then I had like things everywhere in weird spots on the counter, but we've placed them together in more grouped, like logical places now. It's fine. But yeah, I do feel like it can be difficult to clutter up big kitchens like that with so much counter space in a way that makes sense. I also was really struggling trying to find a rug for this foyer front entrance hall space. I just feel like none of the rugs were the right size, and I don't know why, because that's like a pretty normal sized foyer. Well, it's a big foyer, but I feel like the shape of it is a pretty normal size for a rug, but just none of them looked right to me. So we end up going with no rug there and just like some shoe racks, coat racks, big plant. And that's about it in the foyer space. Oh, we do get like a foyer table thing. That's something else I've been like messing with lately with some of these bigger foyers that I have. Having like a table to drop your keys centered in there. We're gonna put it under the chandelier that you can see. We just haven't gotten there yet. Working on the office right now. We do end up getting 2 desks in here. You saw the chess table that I just put in. But that's about all we get in the office. You definitely have space if you wanted to add anything else in this space. We did have the dining room, the piano that you saw earlier, the chess table that you just saw in the office, and we'll also get a painting easel on the second floor. As far as skill building activities go, that is all we have for adult skills. We have a couple other things for children's skills or child skills, but those are mostly in the kids' bedrooms, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, we're pretty much wrapped up with the first floor here. I think we're just going to put in a couple more decor pieces, fill out some of these corners. But I actually really liked how this first floor came together in terms of design. I'm not really sure what about it feels different to me, but I feel like this isn't like it doesn't look how my houses usually look, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think if you're like, yeah, Emily, like this is your MO, like you do this all the time. But I feel like it's interesting and like slightly different. Like, I know it's still kind of that L-shaped house that I often do, that I find really easy to do, but I feel like the interior design's a little bit more unique. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you do download this house. I would love to see screenshots or something of your Sims in this house. Please feel free to tweet that at me at EmaphantyT, or however else you choose to let me know on the comments down below. That's the other way. I was like, how else would they let me know? I'm like, what are you talking about? Comment down below as well if you guys do download this. I would be super fascinated to hear what you're doing with it, what kind of family you have in this house. But yeah, we're actually almost done now with this master suite. I was really just playing with like simple black furniture, but then really bright, like the rug's really bright, getting some fun paintings in there. But yeah, I think that's probably like my theme of this build is like really simple furniture, but then like a couple of really bright decor pieces, like specifically rugs, I would say. Yeah, working on the master bathroom here. It's pretty simple, you know. We just get the shower, the toilet, couple of countertops in here. I mean, you guys, oh my gosh, I say this every time, but you guys know I don't like bathrooms. Like, I don't even know what to say about them. So it's a bathroom. It has what you need. You're all set. Like, that's about it. Anyway, tell me about your guys' day. How is it going? Have you guys been enjoying some more summer weather if you're in summer right now, or is it getting colder for you guys? Are you guys in the southern hemisphere? I almost wish that it wasn't getting quite so hot yet, but it's been like a mix here that it keeps like raining really hard and getting cool, but then it'll be really, really hot for like 2 days. So I don't know. I guess that's what spring does, but I'm not loving all the rain It rained on me like right as I was getting home from the grocery store today. So I had all my groceries that I was trying to get in, and I park on the street, so I have to like walk through the street to get my groceries in. And it started pouring like a minute before I got home, and then I was like, are you kidding me? I have to carry all these groceries in by myself because my boyfriend's at work right now. And it just started like completely pouring on me. So that sucked, but I guess that's how spring goes, right? April showers bring May flowers. But it's May already, so maybe we should not have April showers anymore. Is that how that works? I want my flowers to come in. I've been waiting for my garden to actually pick up and like flower again. My garden's pretty happy, but it's taken its time to flower. I completely skipped over this teen bedroom, but this is the teen bedroom that we made. It could be an adult bedroom too. It's kind of a mix of like teen or young adult. We get like, I think we get one toy in there. Do we? I can't remember. I think we get like one. No, wait, I didn't. Oh, I put the stuffed animal. There we go. That's what I was doing. I was like, what am I even thinking about? We put that stuffed animal from Kid Stuff Pack in there. And that is the only hint that it could be kid or teen living in there. Everything else would be very, very easy to have a young adult. But honestly, adults can have stuffed animals too. Like, I'm 25 and I have a stuffed animal in my bedroom. I have two. One of them is a giant elephant that if you guys ever get to see my face and do pictures of it, like, I'll bring my elephant named Emaphant with me because I'm that cool. Anyway, working on the second kid bedroom here. This one is definitely a kid bedroom. I also felt like this one was very unisex. Like, I feel like this could very, very easily be a guy or a girl's bedroom, and I was kind of intending to do that this time. I feel like I usually gender my bedrooms, and I didn't feel like doing that this time, so got a lot of blues and greens, could easily go either gender or, just gender neutral. It's a good bedroom, so that just about wraps up all of the bedrooms. Working on this landing space now. I never know what to do with these big, huge landings that I make, like hallway landing areas, because I always make them so big, but they're not actually rooms because you need to be able to walk through and get to all the doors that are coming off of them. And I feel like I make them too big every time, that then I don't know what to do with them. So we ended up just doing like that art piece that you see. Also, while I'm ignoring it, we do this deck area and we get the painting easel out there, like I mentioned. But yeah, so we really just do a couple of art pieces up on this landing. You'll see me try a few different things right now as far as different seating options. And then I also wanted to try like a couple of game style things. We tried the foosball table, we tried an aquarium, but they just didn't quite fit. Like, they were too big for how small the space was. So we just put in a couple of chairs in there and then some flowers, some paintings, things like that. It's really a really simple upstairs space, but that's pretty much finishing all of the interior. We have a couple of things to do on this front deck area as well as the backyard. We still have to go. This front porch area is really quite simple. We got like a nice little fountain over there, but then just get like a couch up in the front. If you had someone hanging out on your front porch. Do people still do that? Do you guys hang out on your front porch, or you just like hang out in the backyard or a balcony or something? I feel like the only people I see that hang out on their front porches are like very old people that like they yell, like the old man yelling at people, "Get off my lawn." Like, I feel like I only see people like that around my house that are on their front porches. Let me know if you guys hang out on your front porch, if that's a thing that people do around you that aren't just like old people yelling at children or something like that. Anyway, after that lovely story, pretty much getting everything in for the backyard. We do get this hot tub in there, a grill, a picnic table, a dining table, and a couple of like quote unquote chaise lounges. Obviously, we don't have chaise lounges, but I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this trick with that ottoman and just like a wicker chair together. But yeah, that's pretty much wrapping up most of it. We got a couple more landscaping in here, getting some flowers in here. I really wanted to have this flowering tree in this space because I feel like it's just so festive and fun and felt very appropriate for this house, like with the back being like the softer glass airy space to it. I wanted like this big flowery tree because I felt like that was very fitting, but the front of it's all like very sharp hedges and like that rock structure, like it's very hard. So I enjoyed kind of having that juxtaposition between the front and the back, but that pretty much wraps us up, just putting a couple of bits of light in here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!